In a post-apocalyptic world ravaged by mysterious monsters where the strong prey upon the weak, a purple electric eagle hunts down an ordinary eagle and settles on the top of a building. As soon as it sits down, someone shoots a bullet targeting it but misses, startling the monster. Dongzi was the one who shot the eagle, and as he is hiding behind a wall, his partner Feng Ru is astonished by the fact that Dong missed a simple shot. Hearing this, Dong Moxie kicks him, stating that there is no such word as miss in his dictionary as he attempts to shoot the eagle once again and misses again. For the third time, Dong shoots the eagle, and this time around, the bullet pierces the eagle's throat, killing it on the spot. He then reveals the reason for missing the first 2 shots, asserting that purple electric eagle's feathers are as hard as steel, with its jaw being the only weakness, and unless it is agitated, it won't expose its weak spot. As Feng is complimenting Dong and celebrating their victory, Dong notices something and realizes that the test is still ongoing with a mysterious creature staring at them. Seizing this opportunity, the monster ambushes them, killing Feng on the spot. It was a rhino horned white wolf that is known to possess the speed of a wolf with the strength and defense of a rhino. Without wasting any moment, Dong shoots the monster, but the bullet had no effect on it, which made Dong realize that its frontal defense is even tougher than the eagle's and that this test is not easy at all. Despite this, he keeps targeting the rhino with no progress at all. He discerns that he won't be able to escape as the monster already has his eyes on him, and all he can do is buy some time. As he is pondering, he notices that only a single beam is supporting the entire ceiling and works out a strategy. With the monster still distracted, Dong shoots the beam, demolishing the entire roof as it falls on the rhino. But it is not enough to kill the monster, as Dong notices the rune stones left behind by his partner and picks them up. According to him, rune stones, when infused with rune energy, can generate runestone weapons. And that is exactly what he did, as he manages to forge a sword, beheading the monster with a single strike. With this, the test ends with Dongzi getting a rating of S, while his partner got a C. As soon as they get out of the test pods, Feng starts complaining, questioning if anyone can even kill the rhino, to which his teacher replies by asserting that he never said anything about not having additional monsters. As they are conversing, the other students who had completed the test get out of their pods and start complaining about the difficulty of this test instead of questioning their own abilities. In the meantime, a girl punches the wall in rage, rumbling that she wasn't expecting another monster to be lurking around. After Dong orders her to remain calm as the school confine her, the girl grabs his collar and questions if he managed to defeat the rhino, to which Dong replies positively. Feng, on the other hand, is holding on to Dong's leg and praising him, calling him an invincible carry. With all of this going on, the teacher orders everyone to stay quiet and advises them that the monsters won't give them enough time to even breath in the real world, and even if you are a hunter who can defeat an A-class monster, you might get defeated by a B-class one if you're not careful enough. He then asked the only student who had managed to acquire S-rank rating, Dongzi, to come forward and receive his evaluation report. Even though Feng and Zhao are praising him, the other students are jealous, claiming that these mock test ratings don't matter and that he can only show off in the virtual world. As they are talking behind his back, Zhao threatens and punishes them. Dong, however, agrees with the students that people with 60% rune spirit can go on to become rune masters, but he possesses only 27%. It is revealed that in the year 2030, humanity was living peacefully until one day numerous wormholes appeared in the sky, with countless meteors pouring down on Earth. This disaster eliminated most of the human civilization, and humans were completely helpless. The disaster continued for 3 months, with the world's population reduced to just 30%, and just when they thought that the disaster is over, monsters started appearing out of those mysterious wormholes and ravaged the Earth. Even humanity's strongest weapons were no match against them. When everyone thought that humanity won't survive, rune hunters made an appearance. Utilizing the power of rune stones, these hunters were able to fight on par with the rune monsters. This gave humanity a survival chance as they built a rune barrier around their cities, allowing the surviving humans to live peacefully. But the war between humans and the rune monsters is still not over. Fast forward to the present day, when Dong is heading towards a company named the Donkey King Logistics Company. Upon entering the facility, Dong smashes the door open, greeting his seniors there. The people present inside immediately recognized him with their boss, Lu Lei, asking him to knock before destroying the door. He then informs him about a delivery job for which he is willing to pay in 1,000. Dong accepts the offer, thinking to himself that even though Uncle Zhao has been helping him and his sister after their parents' death, he doesn't want to rely on him too much, and despite the fact that Brother Lei's goods are illegal for him to deliver, he has no other choice if he wants to pay his sister's medical fee. He then inquires Lei about the content of the box, but Lei reminds him about the rules and that he doesn't need to know what's inside. Lei further warns him that he should stick to the back streets because the police these days have been more active, and that if he gets caught, he won't be able to help him. Without wasting any more time, Dong bids him farewell and leaves on his bike. On his way, Dong thinks to himself that with this money, he will be able to buy Xiao her favorite doll, and as he is thinking all this, he comes across a routine police checkpoint where the policeman asks him to stop. Panicking, Dong realizes that the goods he is delivering are illegal, and that if he gets caught, he'll be jailed for at least 3 years. With this, Dong dodges the checkup and turns to the adjacent road with the police following him. As he thinks he has managed to get rid of them, his bike stumbles upon a banana and falls to the ground. Upon getting up, he starts looking for the goods as he cannot afford to lose them at any cost, and as he looks around, he notices some ruined monster eggs lying nearby. He immediately realizes that the reason Lei was offering him such a high price for this delivery was because of these eggs. After putting the eggs back into the container, he notices that one of them is missing and panics. Following a thorough research, he manages to find the egg, but to his dismay, the egg had a huge hole in it. As Dong is thinking about ways to mend this mistake, a monster attacks him from behind. Dong dodges the attack and turns back to recognize the monster as the bone-piercing spider. Confident in his abilities, Dong ambushes the spider with a simple knife, immediately realizing that he can't defeat a monster with simple weapons. With no other option left, Dong runs away with the monster following him. As he is running away, the spider blocks his escape route with a web and grabs him by his leg, with Dong attempting to cut the web using a knife. The web, however, was too resilient to be cut by a normal weapon as the spider strikes Dong with its claw, finishing him off. Hanging from a street lamp, Dong thinks that if he can't even defeat a baby monster that just hatched, maybe he's destined to be a normal human and should accept his fate. Sulking over his failure, he refuses to accept this fate, stating that he won't die here. With this, his ring starts shining and a mysterious voice tells him that he's been given an opportunity to change his fate if he's willing to accept it. With no other option left, Dong accepts the system, stating that he's willing to do anything if it means becoming the Rune King and taking revenge for his parents. With this, the system activates and heals all wounds, granting him 10 attribute points. Without thinking, Dong added all of his points to strength as he wanted to get strong. Immediately, his body starts transforming and he feels that he is getting stronger. The system then gives him a mission to defeat the C-class monster, and after he defeats it, they will grant him a potion that can increase his room energy. Even though Dong is suspicious of all this, he still decides to take the chance and breaks free from the spider web. Despite feeling a lot stronger, he proceeds to the spider cautiously, stating that it won't be easy defeating a C-class monster. With no weapon, Dong thinks to himself that he has to remain calm and figure out the spider's weak point. As he is looking around, he realizes that the bone-piercing spiders are afraid of fire and scheme to use it to his advantage by utilizing the gasoline present in his bike. After spilling all the gasoline, he tricks the spider into getting near the gasoline, and without wasting any time, he ignites it using a lighter. With the spider dead, the system grants him a potion that will increase his rune energy. Even though he is skeptical of the potion, he still drinks it, stating that he would rather take the risk than stay as he is. Upon drinking this potion, his rune energy mysteriously increases to 57%, but it is still not enough to become the Rune King. Dong decides to take on more missions, but he notices that the daily missions have a time limit. With all of this going on, Dong notices a rune stone lying next to the spider and picks it up, hoping to earn some bucks at the black market. He then picks up the remaining eggs and runs away. Upon reaching his home, he thinks to himself that his strength has definitely increased, meaning that the system is not a fraud. As he is about to open the door, he wonders what should he do with the eggs. Maybe he should eat them, as people who eat them can enhance their physique, but he quickly loses his appetite when he thought that these eggs might be the same as the previous one. He then opens the door with his sister greeting him and asking him about his injuries. Dong puts on a tough act, telling her that he fell off his bike and that it is not a big deal. Xiao, however, doesn't believe him and inquires about the blood stains on his shirt, with Dong dodging the question, stating that he got some paint on it when he fell as he takes off his shirt. This showcases Xiao as she asks him how did he get so muscular. Hearing this, Dong realizes that it must be because he put all his attribute points into strength, but tells Xiao that it is the fruit of his hard training. This makes Xiao as she tells Dong that even if he can't become a rune master, he can be the man behind a rune master because of his looks and physique. This shocks Dong as he questions Xiao about where did she learn this from, with Xiao replying by pulling out a romantic novel. Dong seizes the novel from her and forbids her to read stuff like this. This makes her cry, but Dong makes up for it by gifting her a teddy bear she wanted for a long time. Dong then tells her that he will become a rune master and cure her legs as well, which shows Xiao as she asks him if he had hit his head somewhere. But Dong is positive that he will definitely become a rune master. Following this, as Dong and Xiao are having dinner, he reveals that Xiao lost the sensation in her legs after the incident and hasn't been able to walk since then. However, compared to other people who died, they are still doing great, but he believes that with the help of the system, he can become a rune master. He further reveals that rune masters are the richest people in this era. They can join the military and get large benefits, and even join multinational companies starting at vice president positions with huge salaries. He then vows to become a rune master. Meanwhile, Brother Lei and his men are getting beaten up by some thugs whose goods Dong was supposed to deliver. The thugs are threatening to deliver the the goods by this evening, otherwise it won't live to witness the next day. They remind him that they aren't working together for the first time and should know the consequences of losing the goods. In the midst of all this, the boss approaches Lei himself and questions about the goods' whereabouts, reminding him that the goods inside the box were pretty valuable. Lei tells him that he handed over the goods to a student named Dong Zi, but he can't seem to get in touch with him, and maybe the police have caught him. This angers the boss, as he further tells him that the buyer isn't someone they can afford to anger. Lei literally begs him to give him just one day of time, and he will bring the goods to him. The boss, however, refuses, stating that he has done enough and his men will locate Dong Zi. Lei tries to argue with the boss that Dong is just a student, but the thug punches him right in the face, telling him to shut up. With no other option left, Lei provides them with Dong's personal information as the boss orders his men to search for him. The next morning, as Dong is leaving for school, he reminds Xiao to not open the door for anyone beside him and be careful, but she tells him that she is not a kid anymore and can take care of herself. Dong then tells her that he will cook her favorite sugar-fried chestnut after getting back. On his way, Dong is worried about those 2 monster eggs and wonders how can he dispose of them. As he is thinking about this, someone sneaks up on him and Dong twists his hand only to discover that it is Feng. Upon inquiring about this, Feng tells him that he was searching for a public toilet a while ago but couldn't find one, so he had to do it in the alley. Hearing this, Dong releases his hand and calls him gross. Following this, both of them walk to the school together, and upon reaching the school, Dong gets a notification from the system to get rid of some gangsters which confuse him. In the meantime, Feng recognizes 2 thugs, Fatty Dragon and Morning, picking on Sister King. Dong immediately realizes that they must be after him and that he is no match for them in his current, so it's better to keep some distance. The thugs, on the other hand, were flirting with Sister King, asking her to accompany them. Seeing this, Dong picks up a brick and smashes it into Fatty Dragon's head, with Feng suggesting that they should call the police. The brick, however, had no effect on him as he turns back and threatens Dong. In the meantime, Sister King orders Dong to run away as he is no match for them, and after hearing his name, the thugs diverted their attention to Dong, telling him that they are there for him. With this, one of the thugs attempts to punch Dong, but he dodges his attack, rather easily attributing to the fact that he put all his points into agility this morning. Dong realizes that if they are here for him, then they must be after the monster eggs. After smashing another brick into Morning's face, Dong backs off and picks up another one. The thugs, on the other hand, were so sikied by all this, wondering if Dong is some natural-born rune master, and if they can't even defeat a mere teenager, then they won't be able to stay in this area as gangsters. Meanwhile, Fatty Dragon attempts to kidnap Sister King to threaten Dong, but King kicks him right in the face with Dong cheering her in the back. Following all this humiliation, the thugs decide to utilize their full potential, claiming that they are E-rank rune masters, and even though they are the weakest of them all, they can still beat them up. As Dong approaches to punch Fatty Dragon, he notices that his attacks aren't even reaching his body. With all of this going on, someone attacks the thugs from behind, and as they turn around, a strange guy most kisses them, stating that they are not fit to be rune masters as they bully people. The thugs immediately recognize him as an E-rank rune master and decide to run away. Dong hurls a brick at them and warns them to never come back. With this, he receives a notification stating that the daily mission is completed, which shows his Dong as he was not expecting it to work this way. Meanwhile, King addresses the E-rank hunter as her dad and asks what is he doing here. Her dad tells her that he was doing some chores and inquires about the thugs who were chasing after them, with King asserting that she doesn't know. Her father then tells her to stay away from such thugs and stop causing trouble. Following this, King questions Dong about the thugs as they were looking for him and if he caused any trouble recently. In the meantime, the thugs inform their boss about the situation here, telling him that an E-rank rune master appeared out of nowhere and they are no match for him. The boss, however, orders them to infiltrate Dong's house directly, as he is aware of the existence of Xiao. Dong, on the other hand, is unaware of this fact and is enjoying his time in school. During his class, the teacher gets furious over the test results as many of the students got the answer wrong. He then asks Dong Zi to stand up and enlighten the class about the attributes of rune stones. According to Dong, rune stones are obtained from rune monsters and can be used to conduct rune energy. Furthermore, they are divided into 3 categories based on their attributes: red, blue, and green. The red color stones are known as weapon stones and can be utilized to forge weapons. The blue color stones are known as talisman stones, which can be embedded into weapons to activate specific runestone skills. The green stones, on the other hand, have a similar effect to red stones, but they can only be used on armor and other items. He further tells them that they can only rely on one rune stone to battle rune monsters and that they are any rune master's strongest weapons. Hearing this, the teacher praises him and thinks to himself that Dong Zi is such a diligent student, but it's a shame that his rune spirit is too low, and if he had enough rune spirit, he could become one of the strongest rune masters. He then tells the students to self-study and do whatever they want. As Dong and Feng are sitting in the class, one of their classmates is talking behind their back, mocking Dong that even if he gets perfect EQ scores in both cultural and virtual exams, he still won't be able to clear the entrance exam. Meanwhile, his friends are hyping him even more, stating that he's a genius. Hearing all this, Feng tells Dong that this guy won't last even 3 days in the outside world with his skills, with Dong suggesting that he should just stay in the city after becoming a rune master. With all of this going on, Feng approaches the guy and Moxie kiss him, stating that it takes courage to become a rune master and one should think about creating a path for humanity instead of hiding in the city. This makes the guy furious as he questions King if she's calling him a coward. Xing replies by challenging him to a battle, which the guy refuses, stating that who would want to battle a demoness like her. Hearing this, she orders them to shut up and get lost. Following this, Dong challenges King to a challenge as they have virtual self-practice, which she accepts. Upon entering the virtual practice area, Feng questions King why is she walking out in the open with Dong targeting them. She tells him that Dong is a runestone sniper and in this massive arena, there is no chance of finding him unless they lure him out. As they are conversing, Dong shoots a bullet at Feng and misses, allowing King to figure out his location. In order to fight Dong, King embeds 2 talisman stones into her weapon and openly challenges him. In the meantime, Dong shoots another bullet, which she dodges, and after figuring out his location, she ambushes him, destroying the tree he is hiding in. But Dong is thinking way ahead of her and jumps off the tree just in time to target her with insta-aim, killing her on the spot. This amazes Feng as he praises him, but Dong asserts that he can only defeat her in the virtual world, but in the real world, she can easily crush him. As soon as King revives in the virtual world, she starts complaining that Dong used a different skill than the one he usually utilizes. Dong tells him that he uses his skills according to the opponent, but King is not satisfied. She asks Dong to battle her again. Dong, however, refuses, stating that they have been fighting for quite some time now, and as they are bickering about this, King starts glitching. This worries Dong as he logs out from the virtual world, only to witness his classmates pouring water on King's device in revenge. Dong pushes them away and gets King out of the virtual capsule as Feng rushes to bring the teacher and school doctor. Furious, Dong starts shouting at the guys, questioning if they were trying to kill King. The guys, on the other hand, start making excuses, stating that it's all King's fault for being so bossy all this time. They even call her father crippled, which angers Dong even further as he punches the guy right in the face, announcing that he will teach him a lesson today. In the meantime, the teacher appears at the spot and stops Dong, who realizes that saving King is more important and gives up on taking revenge. The guy, however, swears that he will make him regret his actions. The doctor checks King and informs them that she is totally fine, which relieves Dong. The teacher comments that Xing is their toe student and they won't let anything happen to her. Following this, he questions Dong why he was hitting other students. Feng tells him that those students were pouring water on King's capsule, and if they hadn't stopped them, things could have been far worse. Hearing this, the teacher informs them that even though King is fine, Dong might be in some trouble here. According to him, Fang Xi's parents are E-rank rune master, and after hearing about this incident, they won't let it slide easily. He then advises Dong to stay at home for some days and prepare for the entrance exam, to which he agrees. As he is leaving school, Feng reassures him that Xing will be fine after some rest and that he should take it easy. With this, Dong vows to become a rune master, but Feng Moxie kicks him, stating that his rune spirit is only 27% and that he can't become a rune master. Initially, Dong agrees with him, but as he is walking, he thinks to himself that with the help of the system, he might become a rune master. Fatty Dragon and Morning, on the other hand, have managed to locate Dong's home, and this time around, their boss is with them. Upon reaching Dong's apartment, Fatty Dragon and Morning try to persuade Xiao to open the door by saying that they are there for delivery or to check the water meter, but Xiao doesn't open the door, making excuses. This angers the boss as he smashes the door open, confronting Xiao and asking her name. Xiao tells him that her name is Bag Xiao Xed, which shows to kiss him as her surname doesn't match Dong, but Xiao tells him that she is adopted. In the meantime, Fatty Dragon tells him that they couldn't find the goods anywhere, which makes him question Xiao regarding them. Xiao, however, tells him that she is unaware of anything like that, but he insists and brings a knife, threatening her. As he is questioning her, he notices the teddy bear Dong had bought for Xiao and destroys it using his knife, further threatening her. With all of this going on, Dong appears out of nowhere and confronts the boss, calling him bastard. He politely asks the boss to get away from his sister, as he is the one they are looking for, but he refuses, stating that he should hand over the goods first. Otherwise, his sister will have to pay for it. Dong tells him that the package is in the storage room, thinking to himself that he has to act carefully. The boss orders his henchmen to go fetch the eggs, meanwhile keeping an eye on Dong. After Fatty Dragon and Morning bring him the package, he opens it, only to witness that there are only 2 eggs there, which makes him furious as he inquires about the whereabouts of the 3rd egg. Dong tells him that one of the eggs hatched during the delivery, but the boss doesn't believe him, stating that they won't be standing there if the egg had hatched. This worries Dong as he thinks that the boss won't believe him even if told him that he killed the spider. The boss, on the other hand, tells him that he had prepared this package as a gift for the minister and threatens him that he better return the egg, otherwise he will face the consequences of this. With no other option left, Xiao bites his hand, which angers him, and he attempts to punch her. Dong saves her. Seeing this, the boss orders Fatty Dragon and Morning to capture him, and as Fatty Dragon jumps to apprehend him, Dong dodges him, which shokes the thug as he wonders how did Dong get so agile. Meanwhile, Dong had drank the potion allotted to him by the system, which further alleviate his stats including agility, and now his rune spirit is 71%. Fatty Dragon, on the other hand, continues attacking Dong, but he dodges all of his attacks rather swiftly, thinking to himself that even though he cannot defeat them in combat, he can still dodge their attacks. All this running tires Fatty Dragon as he asks his boss for 5 minutes of rest, but the boss denies, stating that he will take care of the brat himself. With his, he brings out a red rune stone and forges a gun with it, asking Dong to dodge this attack. Dong immediately realizes that the boss must be at least E rank and battling him would be troublesome. With no other option left, he tries negotiating with him, asking what is he supposed to do if one of the eggs hatched on its own. The boss replies by stating that these eggs were precious to him as the minister's son loves to raise rune monsters and that these eggs were the key to the future for him. This shocks Dong as he thought raising rune monsters was a huge crime. With all of this going on, Xiao notices something odd with the egg and attempts to inform Dong, but he doesn't listen to her, and in the meantime, one of the egg hatches into dark-scaled viper. This baffles both Dong and the boss as this C-rank hatchling is considered stronger than an E-rank monster. The boss shoots the viper with his weapon, but it had no effect on him as the monster targets him and blows him away. Dong, on the other hand, decides to take advantage of this opportunity and run away alongside Xiao, but as they attempt to escape, the viper diverts its attention toward them. This worries Dong as he cannot fight the viper while protecting Xiao, and as he thinks all this, he notices something strange with the monster. Apparently, Xiao was controlling the monster, which shows Dong as only people with 100% rune spirit can become beast tamers. According to Dong, rune monster's weakness is their rune stone, but he doesn't possess any weapon to deal with the viper. He then asks Xiao if she can order the viper to attack those thugs. The boss, on the other hand, suggests that they shoot this apartment and let Dong deal with it. He then notices the viper preparing an energy blast and thinks to himself that both of them will die here, but much to his surprise, the viper diverts its attention toward him and shoots the beam, targeting him. With his instincts, he somehow managed to dodge the beam, but the building and his hair got demolished in the process. Seeing this, Dong praises Xiao as she loses consciousness. With his hair gone, the boss gets furious and shoots the viper's rune stone, killing it on the spot. He then proceeds to target Dong as he believes that he is the reason behind all this, and in the meantime, King's father, Zhao Wudai, appears out of nowhere and confronts the boss, asking him what is he doing here. Seeing him, the boss's attitude took a 360-degree turn as he tells him that he is here to check up on Dong and his sister. He realizes that he is no match for Zhao as he is an E-rank rune master and has immense influence over this area with his Zhao martial hall. Zhao warns him that if Dong Zi is under his protection, and if he causes him any trouble, he'll have to face the entire Zhao martial hall. This scares the boss, and he tells him that they are here to just check up on Dong and give him some allowance. He then orders Fatty Dragon to give Dong some money, but he refuses, stating that they are his hard-earned money. Hearing this, Boss scolds him and does as he says. After handing over the money, Boss and his men leave the apartment, threatening Dong and his sister. With all of this going on, Dong decides to keep Xiao's ability a secret from Zhao. Following this, Zhao inquires Dong about the viper's corpse and why is his apartment a huge mess. Dong thinks to himself that he can at least tell Uncle Zhao about the eggs and the thugs. Hearing all this, Zhao tells him that it will be difficult to deal with these thugs as they manage the King She area's underground boxing hall and have connections with many powerful people. Dong suggests that they should take these eggs to the police station and report them, but Zhao tells him that these eggs belong to the minister's son and that it will backfire on them. Zhao asks Dong to let him take care of this matter and suggests that he take the eggs with him as it would be too dangerous to leave them here. Dong agrees with him because he won't be able to another C-rank monster by himself, and he can't expect Xiao to defeat it as well. Zhao further tells him that he is here to discuss the incident that took place at school, which shows Sikhi's Dong as he inquires about King's condition. Zhao appreciates him for saving King, otherwise she would have been in real danger. Furthermore, he tells him that the guy who attacks King, Fangji's parents, are also E-rank rune masters and both of them work with the minister, so he can't do anything about them and that he should be careful as they will attempt to take revenge. Hearing this, Dong asserts that he is a student and did nothing wrong, but Zhao still advises him to be prepared for the worst. The following day, Dong decides to develop his body and starts training at the Zhao Martial Hall. One day, as he is working out, he attempts to evaluate his fist strength using a device, and as soon as he punches the bag, he immediately realizes that his punching strength is greater than normal normal humans and even boxers, as he can punch 5 times his body weight. With this, he receives a call from his teacher, who inquires about his whereabouts and asks him to come to the school. As he is leaving, hoping that everything is fine, Zhao notices his punching strength results and gets Shoshi, stating that Dong has broken the human body limit even though his rune spirit is only 27%. Upon reaching the school, Dong enters the academic affairs office, where he greets his teacher and the principal, apologizing for being late. His teacher asks him to sit down and talk, but Dong refuses, asserting that he has to get back to his class. The principal, however, tells him that it won't be possible anymore, as they have expelled him for utilizing violence against other students. This baffles Dong, who tries to argue back, reminding them that Fang was the one who attacked Xing in the first place. But the principal starts shouting at him, stating that Fang is one of their elite students and he is just a trash, with 27% rune spirit. Hearing all this, Fang and his parents mock him, stating that expelling Dong is the best choice, as he is just wasting school resources. Dong further tries to argue, but his teacher asks him to calm down, as he cannot fight Fang's parents, and that even if he does not care about himself, he should think about Xiao. This makes him realize that he has already caused a lot of trouble for Xiao, and leaves the office peacefully, with Fang continuously mocking him, calling him trash. As he is leaving, Dong turns back and announces that he will become a rune master no matter what. However, Fang's father tells him that he'll never be able to become a rune master, as he won't be able to participate in the awakening ceremony after getting expelled. On his way back, Dong agrees with Fang's father that one cannot appear in the awakening ceremony if they are expelled from school, and the awakening process requires the help of awakening stone, which requires immense power. For this reason, the Rune Master Council forms a special committee of people that activate the stone 15 days prior to the exam, allowing students to awaken. As he is thinking about all this, King and Fang confront him with Shosuke's Dong as he inquires about their presence here. King tells him that he was not expecting this outcome and asks him to accompany her to Martial Hall, as all of this is her fault. Upon reaching the Zhao Martial Hall, they inform Uncle Zhao about everything, which Shosuke him, as well, with Xing asking him to figure out a way for Dong to enroll back in school. Hearing this, Zhao tells them that enrolling back in school would be impossible, but there are other ways he can become a rune master. He tells them that not all people with over 60% rune spirit become rune masters, and that's why there are a lot of people with decent rune spirit, but they aren't rune masters. Adding to this information, Dong states that having 60% rune spirit is just the criteria for awakening, and the higher the rune spirit, the higher the chances of awakening. Zhao further tells them that activating the awakening stone requires immense energy, and if one fails to do it first attempt, he won't get another chance, no matter how high their rune spirit is. Hearing this worries Fang, as he is not a good student, with Xing moxie-king him. After Zhao tells them to stop arguing, he tells them that every year there are many people who fail to awaken, but they don't lose hope and try other methods for awakening. Curious, Dong asks him about this other method, with Zhao questioning if he has ever heard about awakening medicine. He further tells them that the awakening medicine is no longer acknowledged by the association, and it is extremely dangerous. However, there's a chance that people with just 0% rune spirit can also awaken using this medicine. The effect of the medicine is quite similar to the awakening stone, meaning that the higher the rune spirit, the higher your chances of awakening. He then asks Dong if he is truly prepared to face the consequences, as his rune spirit is pretty low and the chances of awakening are dim. There are 2 possibilities after taking the medicine. You can either succeed and become a rune master, or your body will not be able to resist the medicine, with your blood vessels exploding, resulting in death. Hearing this, King and Feng attempt to convince Dong to not take this risk, stating that being a normal human is also fine. But after careful consideration, Dong tells them that he would rather die than not become a rune master in this world, where rune masters are the kings. Hearing this, Zhao thinks to himself that he wouldn't have told him about this medicine if he hadn't seen his punch, and that it would be a waste to let him stay a normal human. He then tells him that he used the monster egg in exchange for a chance to fight for the awakening medicine, which worries Dong as the egg doesn't belong to him, but Zhao reassures him that it was an illegal item in the first place and they should be fine. He further tells him that he received some information regarding an underground organization, that they have discovered a dungeon in the wild, and believes that a powerful rune master's treasure is hidden there. However, the dungeon is blocking all the rune masters from entering, and for this reason, they are seeking normal humans who can invade the dungeon and bring them the treasure. The first one to bring the treasure back will be awarded with the awakening medicine. Zhao then hands him some documents regarding dungeon information and tells him that there is only one awakening medicine, so he has to work really hard to earn it. Hearing all this, King interferes, stating that Dong is an ordinary human and would be killed in the dungeon. But Zhao tells her to stay calm, as he isn't finished talking. Following this, he tells them that one of his old comrades is the leader of a small mercenary team, and they hunt runestone beasts for a living, and that Dong can join his team for some experience first. Meanwhile, Dong carefully evaluates his situation, that he has to battle real runestone beasts, and risk his life just to become a rune master. But he thinks that it is way better than living like trash in this society. He then tells Zhao that he will definitely become a rune master even if it means putting his life in danger. Zhao appreciates him and orders him to accompany him to the city entrance. Upon inquiring about this, Zhao tells King that he is going to introduce Dong to her uncle Poison Fang, the one she fears the most. As they are waiting for someone at the city entrance, the emergency alarm sets off, scaring Dong as he asks if there is some sort of runestone beast attack. In the meantime, the guards announce the return of the Blood Wolf mercenary team in a massive D-rank marble bull. This shocks Dong as he hadn't witnessed any real beasts and wonders that even the beast is dead. The blood sent from it is still terrifying. Zhao asks Dong if he is scared, to which he replies negatively, stating that he is excited about all this. With all of this going on, he notices a rune master with a missing arm on a stretcher, with Zhao telling him that things like this are common in the outside world. Following this, a massive aircraft appears through the gate with Zhao, calling out to his friend Poison Wolf. As soon as the aircraft lands, a guy appears from it and confronts Zhao, inquiring why is he here and if he is here to pick him up for drinks. Zhao tells him that he is here to ask him for a favor, but Poison Wolf replies by stating that they were out in the wild for a month and want to enjoy a feast first. This shocks Zhao as he questions them, aren't they going to check up on their injured teammate? One of the guild members replies by stating that rune beast hunting is a risky job as you are essentially using your life to earn money. Besides, the guy only lost an arm, and now he can retire, which makes them jealous. Poison Wolf agrees with her, saying that the injured guy is Luska to be alive. Zhao continues the conversation by asking if they need that guy's replacement, as he was the team's scout and sniper, and then recommends Dong as the replacement. Poison Wolf, however, doesn't look impressed as he tells him that they don't random people into their guild as beast hunting is a risky job. His guild members agree with him. He further tells them that rune master mercenary teams hunt beasts for a living and are brave people, but out in the wild, runestone beasts aren't the only things you have to be wary about. Sometimes your own teammates and other people may also attempt to take your life. Furthermore, a brat like him won't survive in the wild, but Dong tells him that this is the only opportunity he has and that he would rather die than lead a normal life. The girl, however, mocks him, stating that their teammate was lucky to have lost one arm, but he might not be that lucky and get killed. Despite all this, Zhao asks them to give Dong a chance, with Poison Wolf asking him if he wants to get the brat killed. Zhao tells him that Dong is like a son to him, so there's no way he'd want to see him get killed. Upon inquiring about the reason behind all this, Zhao tells him that Dong got expelled for saving King from some high-influence rune master's son, so now he cannot participate in the awakening ceremony. Hearing this, Poison Wolf asks about his rune spirit, but when Zhao tells him that it is just 27%, he gets shoked, asking why he wants to become a rune master. Zhao, however, reveals that despite being a novice, Dong's punching strength is already 462, which is equivalent to that of a weaker F-rank rune master. Zhao further tells him that he believes Dong will become a rune master, and that too one of the stronger ones. Hearing all this, Poison Wolf agrees on taking Dong with him, but he asks for the 300-year-old Mao Tai Zhao possesses. Following this, Poison Wolf asks Dong to come back prepared after 3 days. The guild members, however, are not happy with this decision as they mock Dong, stating that he will probably pee his pants. Dong, on the other hand, is confident that he will make full use of this opportunity. 3 days later, in the Awakening Ceremony Square, the Awakening Ceremony had begun. Fang and Xing are also present there, with Fang being the first one to attempt awakening. As soon as he touches the crystal, it starts glowing, and the examiner confirms that Fang has successfully awakened. Next up, it is King's turn. She is disappointed because both Dong and her father are not present on this important day. As she touches the crystal, it starts glowing, with the examiner complimenting her and announcing that she is awakened as a rune master. Now it is time for Fang Ji to attempt awakening. His mother and father are cheering him on, but unfortunately, Fang fails to awaken as a rune master. His father begs the examiner to give him another chance but gets denied. Seeing this, Fang kicks him, stating that Dong should have been here to witness this spectacle. This angers Fang as he tries to threaten him, but Fang kicks him back, stating that he is now a rune master and is not scared of him. With no other option left, Fang's father decides that he will seek other options for his son to awaken. It will be embarrassing for them if he doesn't become a rune master. With that said, he will help his son get his hands on the awakening medicine. In the meantime, Dong reaches the city terminal to meet up with the Blood Wolf mercenary team, and as he introduces himself, the guild members give him a disgusted look. Following this, the mercenary team sets out on their journey to the outside world, with Poison Wolf sitting on the top of an aircraft. Dong, who is sitting inside the ship, thinks to himself that even though he is well prepared, he still feels a little anxious leaving the safe city, as there are countless hidden dangers in the wild. He also thinks about Fang and Xing, who are supposed to attend the awakening ceremony, and believes that they would clear the exam, becoming rune masters. He had left Xiao with Uncle Zhao, who will keep her safe for Jiao Wenlong and other thugs. On their way, Dong comes across two teenagers who are arguing among themselves as the guy is trying to impress the girl. Dong believes that because of him, Poison Wolf picked a relatively easy mission, but is still important. According to him, they are meeting up with Professor Xiao from the northern war-torn area, who is a reputable runestone researcher, and alongside him are his two students, Lin Hao and Tang Yin. Professor Xiao is in this area to investigate red-tailed gull's migration problem, and the Blood Wolf mercenary team is accompanying them as their protectors. Dong's plan is to sneak out during the investigation and challenge the dungeon. As he is thinking all this, Lin Hao is continuously flirting with Tang Yin, telling her that he has been to the wild many times and it is not scary at all. During this one-sided conversation, a huge red-tailed gull strikes the window, which scares him, and he starts shouting. Poison Wolf, who is sitting on the top of the aircraft, shoots the gull and MOCKs Lin Hao. Fire Fox, who is sitting quietly, thinks to herself that ignorant brats like Lin Hao know nothing about the outside world, and they throw him into the wild. He won't survive even half an hour. She then notices Dong, who is standing fearlessly beside the window, and gets impressed. Following this, Professor Xiao approaches them and tells them that the creature they just encountered is the red-tailed gull, and they are here to investigate it. He tells them that following mutation, all the creatures in this world change drastically, becoming runestone beasts and extremely dangerous, asking them to be careful. Hearing this, Lin Hao tells Tang Yin that she doesn't have to worry as he will protect her, which disappoints Professor Xiao as he brought Lin just because his parents sponsored this research. He then questions them regarding the features and habits of the red-tailed gull, to which Tang replies by stating that these monsters are F-rank runestone beasts that live in a group, and they even have an E-rank leader that is very strong and tricky to deal with. She further tells them that even though these beasts have mutated, their habits are that of a normal bird and migrate according to the climate and temperature. This impresses Professor Xiao as he further enlightens them that considering the temperature of this region, these beasts shouldn't have migrated here, but they appear here, meaning that there is some disturbance. Dong interferes with his explanation and tells them that even though these monsters are F-rank, a single red-tailed gull is not scary as their weak point is their throat and they like shiny things, meaning that if one can lure them using some shiny object, killing them is a piece of cake. This showcased Tang as she was not expecting Dong to have more knowledge than her. Professor Xiao, on the other hand, is impressed by Dong's explanation and asks if he studied these creatures before leaving for this mission. Dong tells him that he read this in some books, which makes Professor suspect that Dong is a newly awakened rune master, but Dong tells him that he hasn't awakened yet. This provided Lin with an opportunity to mock him, asking what is he doing here if he hasn't awakened yet. Dong, however, remains calm and tells him that he won't slow them down or anything. In the midst of all this, Fire Fox interferes with the conversation and tells Lin that Dong is their new member and he is definitely better than him, calling him a bookworm. Professor Xiao tells Lin to stay calm as this matter doesn't concern them. As they are conversing, Poison Wolf announces that their destination is the ancient tree forest in the eastern Qingxia area, and if there are no accidents, they can reach their destination before sunset, asking everyone to rest as they'll have a lot of things to do after getting off. As everyone is heading back to their seats, Dong approaches Fire Fox and thanks her for helping him out. Fire Fox tells him that now that they are teammates, she will always have his back. This relieves Dong as he realizes that she doesn't hate him. Upon reaching the destination, everyone gets busy setting up the tents. As Dong is setting up his tent, one of his teammates compliments him, stating that his movements are quite deft, which makes him happy. Seeing this, Lin inquires about the tents. He will be sleeping in, to which Fire Fox replies by asserting that if he wants to sleep in a tent, then he should set up one himself. This makes him furious and tries to order them around, saying that they have paid them for this, but one of the rune masters tells him that they have paid them for their protection and not for stuff like this. Hearing this, Lin decides to set up his own tent, grumbling about how hard it can be. 30 minutes have passed, but Lin still hasn't set up his tent. He tries to make an excuse, saying that the weather is too hot and he will sleep outside. He then asks them about food and whether they have prepared them. The guild members tell him that there is some food in the bag and he can eat that, which makes him wonder what the rune masters eat, questioning it. In the meantime, a huge runestone beast falls right in front of him, scaring him. Poison Wolf tells him that they will eat this monster. Dong, on the other hand, gets impressed seeing that monster as it was an F-rank runestone beast whose skin is extremely tough and cannot be cut using ordinary weapons. As he is thinking about all this, Fire Fox hands him a knife, asking him to gut the boar. This shocks Dong as he had never witnessed a real rune weapon before. Fire Fox tells him that this weapon is the lowest ranked rune weapon, but it is enough to handle this wild boar. Dong tells her that he doesn't have any rune energy to activate activate it, but Fire Fox tells him that this is a storage-type rune weapon and that she has already inserted in enough energy for it to stay active for at least 24 hours. Following this, Poison Fox announces that he and Dong will be on guard duty tonight, so everyone else can rest up. As everyone is asleep, Poison Fox asks Dong if he can climb up the tree, to which Dong replies confidently, jumping to the branch where Poison is sitting. This shocks Poison Wolf, as no normal human possesses such physical abilities. He then inquires about his rune spirit, if it is really 27%, and his fist strength is already 500 kilograms. Dong tells him that it is true, and hearing this, Poison Wolf starts laughing, stating that he is really an oddball, but he likes oddballs the most. He then tells him that he promised Zhao that he will send him to the dungeon, but in his current state, he will definitely die there. Confident, Dong asserts that his fist strength has already exceeded the normal human limit, so it should be fine, but Poison denies it, stating that he is not weak, but the people he will encounter in that dungeon will have a mindset of do or die, and there will be people who are far stronger, smarter, and ruthless as compared to him, pushing him off the branch. He further tells him that there is only one awakening medicine, and if he wants to get his hands on it, he has to be prepared for everything. Dong replies by saying that despite all these threats, he has to get that medicine, even if it means risking his life. This impresses Poison Wolf, as he agrees to guide Dong, even though he is not interested in training a newbie, but he tells him that whether he can utilize the opportunity depends on him. He then orders him to follow him, leaving Fire Fox behind to guard the facility. Poison Wolf, on the other hand, takes him to the forest for training. On their way, they encounter an F-rank curved tusk wild boar, and Poison orders Dong to go and slay it. Dong tries to argue, stating that he hasn't awakened yet, but Poison pushes him in front of the boar, saying that you will never know unless he tries. Seeing Dong, the boar acts impulsively and approaches him, but Dong keeps him calm, thinking to himself that this isn't the first time he's facing a runestone beast. He then pulls out the dagger Fire Fox gave him and dodges the boar's ambush. As soon as he dodges the attack, he realizes that there is a huge difference between reality and the virtual world, and this beast is much more troublesome to deal with as compared to the bone-piercing spider he encountered earlier. Poison Fox also tells him to stay on his toes, as he will die if he makes a single mistake. The boar turns back and attacks him, but Dong dodges the attack and strikes the boar using his dagger. However, the attack had no effect on it, with Poison Wolf shouting in the back that he should analyze its weak point and then strike, instead of attacking blindly. This makes him realize that he had just dissected a boar earlier, and even with the dagger Fire Fox gave him, it was hard to pierce through, but there was one spot that wasn't thick, and that was its neck. With this, Dong pierces the boar's neck using that dagger, killing on the spot. As soon as he kills the boar, he receives a mission from the system to kill 10 E-rank runestone beasts, and he will get a rune spirit potion as usual, and a random E-rank weapon this time as well. Even though it is extremely difficult to kill 10 F-rank beasts without being a rune master, Dong is up for the task. Seeing this, Poison Wolf praises him, stating that he didn't panic during the battle and stayed calm. He then advises him to run away if he ever encounters an E-rank beast, because their combatability far exceeds that of normal humans, and you won't be able to kill it, handing him a runestone. Upon inquiring about this, Poison Wolf enlightens that rune masters need to absorb pure energy from these rune stones to increase their combatability, and even though he is not a rune master, he should prepare for the future. Following this, Dong and Poison Wolf continue their training as Dong proceeds to kill multiple runestone beasts, thinking to himself that he might be able to complete the new mission before entering the dungeon. After witnessing Dong kill runestone beasts with ease, Poison Wolf realizes that what Zhao told him was true, as his combatability, adaptability, and learning speed far exceeds that of normal humans. He is excited to see what kind of rune master will become after awakening. After spending the entire night hunting, Dong has managed to kill just 5 runestone beasts, so far attributed to the fact that the beasts Poison Wolf chose for him had high combatability and were extremely difficult to kill. But despite all this, his combatability has increased quite a lot. As he is thinking about all this, Poison Wolf hands him a water bottle and catches some breath, so they can return. Dong asks him if he has some other missions for him, with Poison replying negatively, saying that he should just rest for the night as they have to continue training tonight as well. Dong tries to argue, but Poison tells him that with his current ability, he cannot do much anyway. Dong thinks to himself that if he kills runestone beasts for one more night, he might be able to complete the mission before entering the dungeon. Upon reaching back, Fire Fox questions them regarding their whereabouts the entire night. Poison tells him that they were out training, asking Dong to wash up and get some rest. As he is heading towards his tent, Tang notices rune stones in his bag, wondering how can a normal human kill rune beasts. Dong, however, rushes to his tent and pulls out the rune stones he had collected during the night. According to him, rune masters rely on these stones to do literally everything from crafting weapons and defense items, but he hasn't awakened yet, so he cannot absorb their rune energy. Much to his surprise, as soon as he touched the stones, the notification pops out in front of him, asking if he wishes to extract and absorb the rune stone energy. This shocks him, as he wasn't expecting the system to help him extract the rune stone energy, and reluctantly, he opts for yes. With this, the stone starts shining as its energy gets extracted. Dong receives a notification stating that he has reached level 10 after reaching the desired expert. Dong, however, is still shosated at the fact that he can absorb rune stone energy with the system's help, even though he is not a rune master. He also notices that his fatigue from last night has completely vanished, as well with an increase in all his stats, including strength, agility, and others. Despite all this, he still has 15 unattributed points, which he decides to add in physique, wisdom, and strength, realizing that his body wasn't able to keep up last night. After adding points in his wisdom, Dong immediately notices a massive difference in his senses, as they have become more shard, which makes him even more confident for the dungeon raid as he aspires to complete the system mission tonight and reach level 10. Later that night, Firefox inquires Poison Wolf regarding Dong's performance last night. Poison tells her that Dong's combatability is incredible, and his learning speed is exponential, which showcases her as Poison never praises anyone. Dong tells her that this kid is really amazing and asks her to rest up, as she will be accompanying Dong for his training tonight. As they are having dinner, Poison Wolf tells Dong that Firefox will accompany him tonight for his training, which scares him. Seeing this, Poison tells him that if he is scared, he should just get back to his tent and rest, as he doesn't want to train a newbie like him. One of his teammates starts laughing at this, saying that young guys like Dong Z are Firefox's type. Hearing this, Firefox, who is sitting on the branch of a tree, shoots the piece of meat he is about to eat and asks him to shut up. This scares Dong even more, as he thinks to himself that even though Sister Fox seems amiable, her personality is cold and explosive. Seeing Dong nervous, Poison Wolf approaches him and tells him that Firefox is a runestone sniper and can teach him how to conceal himself in the dungeon that will save his life. This makes him realize that concealing himself rather than fighting people head-on is a much better option. He then apologizes to Firefox for troubling her tonight, to which she replies by ordering him to not waste any more time and follow her. Tang asks the professor if she can accompany them, but he refuses, saying that it is very dangerous and that she should just stay at the camp. Tang still persists, saying that Dong is also going there even though he is not a rune master, so why should she be scared of, but Professor still refuses, asserting that their identities are completely different. Upon reaching the forest, Firefox tells him that they will be playing hide and seek with Dong having 3 lives. As soon as they start playing, Firefox manages to capture Dong, twice and that too rather easily. For the 3rd life, she tells him that if he can hide from her for at least 10 minutes, he will pass the test. Otherwise, he has to go back to the city and give up on the dungeon challenge. With no other option, Dong accepts this challenge. After setting the timer of her watch, Firefox begins searching for Dong to see if he is really worthy of boss praise. As she is looking around, she hears some rustling from behind and thinks that she has found him once again, only to discover that it was just a rabbit. She tries her very best to find him, but all in vain. After searching all the places that can be used to hide, Firefox decides to break the rules and search for him using her ability. Upon activating her ability, she notices Dong sitting alongside some rabbits in the most dangerous place. She immediately realizes that the most dangerous place is often the safest, and Dong made perfect use of this, as he purposely let those rabbits out to make her move from one place to another. Dong, on the other hand, also senses Firefox pointing the sniper at him, but he doesn't move from his spot, which impresses Firefox, and as she is about to shoot, the timer goes off with Dong winning the challenge. She praises him for remaining calm under these circumstances, but deep down she knows that she had lost the challenge the moment she utilized her ability, and despite having a gun pointed at him, Dong stayed calm, meaning that he has the potential to become a rune sniper. With the challenge now over, Dong approaches Firefox, asking her to teach him the ways of a rune sniper as promised. She tells him that his ability to hide his presence is exponential, but in the era of rune masters with countless rune skills, there are many people with skills that can expose him instantly, and it doesn't matter how good he is at hiding. She further tells him that a talented rune sniper needs to be calm and collected, with the ability to anticipate every scenario and predict every trick of his opponent. Furthermore, she then hands him some goggles used by snipers and scouts. According to her, other than information like temperature, light intensity, and humidity, these goggles also analyze the runestone beasts, displaying their information on it. This makes Dong really happy, as he expresses his gratitude, thinking to himself that these goggles will make rune beast hunting really safe. Firefox then tells him that their real training has just begun. Following morning, as everyone had wakened up, Dong and Firefox return to their campsite with Dong in a pretty devastated condition. His teammates are pretty concerned about him and ask if he needs any help getting back to his tent, but Dong refuses, saying that he can manage on his own as he falls to the ground. Worried, Poison Wolf asks if Dong will be able to recover before his dungeon test. to which Fire Fox replies positively, saying that Dong has an extremely fast recovery speed and he will do just fine after getting some sleep. Upon reaching his tent, as Dong is about to sleep, he looks up the notification regarding the mission, thinking to himself that he only managed to kill 8 F-rank beasts, but he still got 3 rune stones which he can use to enhance his compatibility. Furthermore, Fire Fox had chosen much stronger beasts as compared to Poison Wolf, so the rune energy in these crystals will be high. He then activates the system to extract the rune energy from these stones and distributes his points to agility and wisdom, as safety is his top priority tonight. Following this, he falls sound asleep, and as he wakes, he feels extremely fresh and is ready to go. His training the Poison Wolf and Fire Fox had improved his compatibility and stealth significantly, further boosting his confidence that he will clear the dungeon. Tang, who is sitting beside Professor, feels something strange about Dong as she notices that he has become stronger. As Dong is about to leave, Monkey asks him to hop onto his aircraft as he will give him a ride there. Seeing this, Lin asks where they are going, with Monkey telling him that they are going to look around, but Lin doesn't believe him, saying that they cannot fool him as he has a lot of experience in the wild. Ignoring him, Dong jumps into the aircraft and thanks Monkey for giving him a ride. Poison Wolf and Fire Fox watch them as they leave the campsite, leaving Lin behind as he keeps shouting. Poison Wolf hopes that Dong can come back safely, with Fire Fox commenting that if he becomes a rune master, he will be an amazing one. This shocks Poison Wolf as he believed that Fire Fox hated him, but Fire tells him that it won't matter if he doesn't come back alive. Lin, on the other hand, finds a strange flower and starts looking for Tang, but she's not there. Upon inquiring about it from Professor, he tells him that she might have gone back to sleep in her tent. Meanwhile, as Monkey and Dong are on their way, Monkey asks Dong to look for a bag near his seat, which Zhao had prepared for him. It has all the necessities like food, water, and medical supplies necessary for wildlife survival. Upon seeing the bag, Dong thinks to himself that he cannot thank Uncle Zhao enough, and if he hadn't set him up with Blood Wolf mercenary team, he would have been killed by the beasts in the dungeon until his bones couldn't be found. Monkey further tells him that he will wait for him outside the dungeon, and that he should make sure that he comes back alive. Hearing this, Dong gets a little emotional and tells Monkey that in case he doesn't come back, he should tell Uncle Zhao to take care of Xiaolexi and thank Poison Wolf for everything, but Monkey tells him to focus on the mission and remain calm, which made Dong think that he should be prepared for every situation. As they are conversing, Tang appears out of nowhere, questioning where are they going and asks them to take her along. This shocks both Dong and Monkey as they question her presence there, to which she replies by stating that she saw them going somewhere, so she snuck in to follow them. Monkey comments that if they were to send Tang back, they won't be able to reach the dungeon in time, so they have no other choice but to take her along. Hearing this, Tang reveals that she is an F-rank rune master, and they should not look down on her. Hearing this, Dong hypothesizes that Tang must be the same age as him, but it looks like she is awakened for quite some time now. According to him, some rune master families have high influence and power, allowing them to not only enjoy high cultivation resources, but also awaken before everyone else, and their lives are completely different from average people like him. Tang then inquires about their destination, and after hearing Dong's explanation, Tang gets Shoshihidi as he had never heard of awakening medicine before. Dong further tells her that it is not a place where rich people like her should set foot, and that this is something he has to do. This further shocks Tang, as it was rather easy for her to become a rune master, while Dong is risking his entire life. Upon inquiring about the reason he wants to become a rune master, Dong tells her that he just wants to become stronger, get admired, and protect the people around him. Hearing this, Tang gives him confidence that he will definitely come back and become a rune master. Following this, they reach their destination, and upon reaching there, the guards ask Dong for his entry pass, and as soon as he shows them his entry pass, they start mocking him, calling him trash. This makes Tang furious, and she shouts at them, but Monkey stops her, saying that if they mess with the wrong people here, it can end up dead. After the guards allow Dong to enter the dungeon, he proceeds to the dungeon entrance. Seeing the dungeon, Tang gets curious as to how are they keeping it suppressed. Monkey tells her that this dungeon seems to be the resting place of some strong rune master who must have chosen this forest to die in peace and set up this dungeon as a deterrent before dying, and the reason they can enter the dungeon can be multiple, like lack of decent materials, dissipation of energy, and others. He further tells Dong to not worry about these things, as the Ash group must have taken care of it beforehand. As Dong is about to enter the dungeon, Fang Ji recognizes him and calls out to him, calling him trash. After seeing him, Dong immediately realizes that Fang must have failed to clear the awakening test, making him trash like him. This makes Fang furious as he boasts about his dad providing him with bodyguards that will do all the work for him. He then threatens Dong, stating that if they meet in the dungeon, he might kill him. He further announces that there is just one awakening medicine, and it belongs to him, as others will function as stepping stones for him. Seeing this, Monkey approaches Dong, asking about Fang and whether should he take him out, with Dong replies positively. This scares Fang, and he starts shouting, calling for his mom and dad. as his father comes out asking who is annoying his son. Dong once again asks Monkey if he can take him out. This time, Monkey replies negatively as he doesn't want to engage a rune master working for the minister. Fang's arrogant father immediately recognizes Dong and Monkey, threatening them if they touch his son. Hearing this, Dong tells Monkey to not worry as his parents won't be present in the dungeon to interfere. As they are conversing, a guy appears out of nowhere and starts shouting. It was the boss of Ash Gang, Eugene. He announces his presence and warns everyone to follow his rules as there is only one bottle of awakening medicine. Seeing him, Monkey comments that he is a madman, with Tang asking the reason behind it. Monkey tells them that the Ash Gang lives in the wild, robbing the commercial shuttles that fly between cities. The police wanted to eliminate them and spent 3 months. But it was all in vain as they couldn't even find their hideout. Following this, Eugene blew up 10 surveillance shovels in retaliation and even sent runestone beast claws to the minister as a warning. With all of this going on, Fang asks his father if he can eliminate Eugene and steal the medicine directly from him. With this, Eugene explains the rules to everyone. According to him, behind the dungeon's entrance is a massive forest with multiple F-rank runestone beasts guarding the entrance, and their goal is to avoid these beasts reaching the deserted god palace in the center of the dungeon. Inside the palace, there's a statue of the death god, and at its foot lies the treasure. Whoever brings that chest will get the awakening medicine. He further tells them that they have till dawn, as the dungeon will automatically close after that and will not open for 3 months. Hearing this, Tang thinks to herself that even though this dungeon has only F-rank beasts, it will be difficult for normal humans to fight against them, and that this dungeon will be a huge challenge for Dong. Fang, on the other hand, starts crying, stating that he doesn't want to go, but his mother tells him that if he wants to become a rune master, he has to get his hands on the awakening medicine. Monkey wishes Dong good luck, predicting that he will definitely come back in one piece, and they will be waiting for him. Tang then hands over an armband to him, and upon inquiring about the reason behind this, Tang tells him that this armband has an emergency airbag, and once he presses it, it will be filled with air, forming an air cushion, and will save him if he falls from any height. Seeing this, Monkey comments that it is expensive equipment and that only rich people can afford him. Following this, Eugene announces the opening of the dungeon, ordering the participants to stop wasting time and enter the dungeon. As he is about to enter, he thanks Tang, saying that he will return the favor after clearing the dungeon. Upon entering the dungeon, Dong immediately realizes that people were spawned at random edges of the dungeon, with the Death God Palace situated in the middle. As he is rushing towards the palace, he hears someone scream, wondering if people have already started hunting other players to gain an advantage. Regardless of this, he rushes to see what was happening and notices a woman drowning in the mud. He knows that this place is full of dangers and that he should be wary of other people, but he still hesitates if he should just watch her die. As he is thinking about all this, another woman appears out of nowhere and helps the drowning woman, with Dong watching all this. But much to his surprise, it was a trap, as the drowning woman pushed the other woman into the mud and got out herself. In the meantime, her teammates also reach the site and start laughing at her. The woman asks them why are they doing this. One of them tells her that she is too naive for all this, and that's what she gets for believing someone so easily. Furthermore, they tell her that she's unlucky if they will take her equipment. Saying this, the woman she had attempted to save shoots her, killing her on the spot. Dong, who is watching all this, is disgusted at the fact that people are using such despicable methods to kill their competitors. With all of this going on, one of them notices Dong and asks him to come out. With no other option left, Dong takes to his toes and attempts to escape, with the thugs following him. Unlike Dong, the thugs were actually enjoying this dungeon exploration. This makes Dong think that they kill people for fun as he hides in some bushes. The thugs decide to split up and look for Dong. As they are searching here and there, the woman hears some noise and shoots, thinking that it is Dong, but to her disappointment, there is no one there. Amidst all this, Dong sneaks up to her and holds a knife to her throat. He then threatens the other thugs to lower their guns, and if they don't, he will kill the woman, but this warning has no effect on them as they shoot the girl, stating that they were just using her as bait to trick other competitors, and since there is just one awakening medicine, they would have killed her later on. This makes Dong realize that there is a huge difference between the life and city and world of rune masters. The thugs then ask him to join them as he points a gun at him. Dong, however, thinks to himself that if he wants to survive in this world and become a rune master to protect Shao City, he has to give up on his naive mindset and ideals, even if that means staining his hands with blood. The moment the thug lowers his gun and approaches Dong to threaten him, he seizes the opportunity and trips the thug with his leg. He then picks up the pistol and shoots the other thug. Seeing this, the thug lying on the ground attempts to shoot him, but Dong dodges the bullet and targets him instead, which show-kicks the thug. Fang Jeev, on the other hand, encounters a random competitor shouting for help as he gets devoured by an F-rank rune stone beast, which scares. However, the bodyguards who are accompanying him get excited seeing this and pull out their weapon. Seeing this, Fang panics as he kisses his bodyguards, saying that they are not even rune master. How can they battle an F-rank beast and that they should run away. His bodyguard, however, tells him to not underestimate their compatibility. He further tells him that they have been living in wild since young and had to deal with monsters like this every day to survive. With this, one of the bodyguards slays the monster with ease. Seeing that his bodyguards are immensely strong, Fang asks them to do another task for them, but they refuse, saying that they were paid only to protect. Fang then offers them some extra money and orders them to get rid of Dong Zi if they encounter him. Outside the dungeon, Tang is extremely worried about Dong as she wonders what is happening inside. Monkey realizes this and asks Tang about it, but she brushes off the question, stating that he is different from others, that's why she is interested in him. Monkey agrees with her, saying that his compatibility far exceeds normal humans, but Tang comments that his competitors are not weak either. Hearing this, Monkey thinks to himself that he is not worried about the runestone beasts, but rather the other competitors. According to his calculations, Dong must have made it to the palace by now. Dong, on the other hand, has reached the palace, but notices that there is no one else there, meaning that he's the first one there. Using the concealing technique Firefox taught him, he managed to avoid all competitors and runestone beasts to reach the palace. Amidst all this, he notices that some other people have also reached there as he dodges a beam launched by them. It was Fang Zi and his bodyguards who compliment Dong's reaction speed. Seeing Dong, Fatten comments that he was not expecting to see him at the palace this early. Dong also recognizes them and questions what do they want from him, with Fang stating that he is here to fulfill his promise to kill him. This made Dong think that despite being classmates for 3 years, he never expected Fang to hate him this much. But then he realizes that Fang doesn't hate him. He hates the fact that he is better than he. With this, Dong asks him if he is sure that he wants to battle him, but Fang tells him to shut up as he orders his men to attack him. As one of the bodyguards ambush him, Dong dodges his attack with relative ease. This shokes the bodyguard as he wonders if Dong has taken some drugs because his compatibility is equivalent to that of an F-rank rune master. In the midst of all this, a red strict toad appears out of nowhere and grabs one of the bodyguards with its tongue, devouring him. This scares the rest of them as they were not expecting runestone beasts to show up here. With no other option left, they decide to flee and enter the palace, and they are running away. One of them hurls a strange bottle towards Dong, shouting that this bottle contains powder extracted from the body of a female toad, and now he won't be able to get rid of the male toad. According to them, it doesn't matter how strong Dong is, he is no match for the toad. With nowhere to flee, Dong has to face the toad as it attempts to attack him, but Dong dodges its tongue with ease, while shooting bullets at him, and just as he thought, the normal bullets have no effect on him. But this is not the end, as Dong remembers that its weakness is its belly, and with this in mind, he jumps on a tree branch. However, in doing so, he loses the gun he had stolen from the thugs earlier. As he is standing on the branch, he remembers that the red toads can't distinguish smell and that they depend on their sight to hunt. He then decides to apply this knowledge in real life as he takes off his jacket and hurls it toward the toad. The monster jumps to catch the jacket, revealing its belly in the process, and this Dong sees the opportunity to kill the toad. With this, he has now killed 9 F-rank runestone beasts and needs to kill 1 more to complete his mission. Fang Ji and his guards, on the other hand, have managed to reach the statue where the treasure is lying. Fang thinks that Dong is now dead and there is no one to interrupt him, but one of the bodyguards something weird about this place, as one of them approaches to open the treasure chest. Dong appears out of nowhere and announces that the chest belongs to him. Even though Fang is shocked to see Dong alive, he still doesn't consider him a threat as he orders his guards to kill him. Amidst all this, the statue collapses with a massive horned leopard lizard appearing out of nowhere. According to Dong, it is the strongest F-rank runestone beast and is pretty close to the E rank. He also notices that the lizard is injured, which might be attributed to the presence of the red toad and their possible rivalry over territorial issues. Fang asks his guard what should they do, but the guard himself seems confused as he realizes the reason Ash Group didn't send their own subordinates. They're just treating them as fodder for these monsters. With no other option left, the guards ambush the monster, hoping to defeat it, but the monster proves to be too much for them as it grabs one of them and devours him. Seeing this, Dong realizes that the lizard must be furious after getting injured. Seeing his brother getting killed in front of him, one of the guards hurls a grenade at the lizard and somewhat injures it. Fang orders them to throw some more grenades, but the guards inform him that they don't have any more grenades, which scares. As they try to run away, the lizard catches up, crushing them with its claws. Seeing this, Fang starts crying and shouting for his parents to save him, but Dong tells him to stop shouting and run to save his life. With no other option, Fang shamelessly asks Dong for help, stating that they have been studying together for many years, but Dong refuses to help as he has to save himself. He then orders Fang to climb a rock for the time being, but the useless Fang couldn't even do this and asks Dong for help. Even though he hesitates for a bit, Dong still helps Fang, calling him useless. Despite all this effort, they are not safe from the lizard as it approaches them. Fang asks Dong to do something as they will die, but Dong only possesses 3 grenades with him, which he believes might not be enough to kill the lizard, but he still decides to try and bet everything on these 3 grenades. Much to his surprise, the grenades actually worked, and he manages to kill the lizard. Even though he's not sure if the lizard is dead, he still proceeds to collect the rune stone. With this, Dong has now completed the mission assigned to him by the system and thinks to himself that now he can finally drink the rune stone potion that will allow him to further enhance his skills, and with this treasure chest right in front of him, he is one step closer to becoming a rune master. As he is thinking about all this, Fang pushes him from the rock. This makes Dong realize the true nature of humans and their greed. However, Dong is even prepared for this situation as he utilizes the armband given to him by Tang and lands safely on the ground. He then drinks the potion given to him by the system and levels up significantly, adding all of his points to strength. The system had also promised to allot him a random weapon, and it is finally time for Dong to choose a weapon, as he decides to choose a sniper death god's gun. After the dust clears, Fang notices that Dong hasn't died even after falling from this height, and now he even possesses a runestone weapon even though he hasn't awakened yet. Dong, on the other hand, utilizes the gun and shoots Fang, attempting to kill him. As soon as the bullet strikes him, Fang falls from the rock and dies. Seeing this relieves Dong as everything went smoothly, but he realizes that this place is still very dangerous, and he has to get out first. On his way to grab the chest, he receives a notification from the system stating that he needs to awaken to break through his current limits. Even though Dong is at level 11, his physique is no different from an F-rank rune master. If he doesn't awaken, this will be his limit, and no matter how hard he tries, he won't be able to become strong. However, with this awakening medicine, he doesn't have to worry about these things. He realizes that the future path will be a difficult one, but he won't turn back. Meanwhile, outside the dungeon, the Ash gang are already celebrating their victory, but Tang and Monkey are worried about Dong. Tang asks Monkey why hasn't Dong returned even though it's about to be morning soon. Monkey tells her to wait for some more time, and as they are conversing, the dungeon entrance starts buzzing with Dong appearing from it alongside the treasure chest, asking Yu Jin if this is the treasure he seeks. And that's how the first part of this manual ends. Well guys, if you like this video and you want a second part, comment below with the word part 2. Also subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell and like the video. But most important, leave a comment. Until the next video.